It is one thing to complain about the life you are living and say you would love to be someone, or somewhere else. Hello and a very warm welcome to Royal Media News Channel. In fact, I'm sure many of us have felt frustrated with our lives at one time or another but have had no choice but to go on living them and, in time, things come right again. I feel it is the same for Harry. After a bad day at the office, I'm sure he felt frustrated. He also, in his mind, had an excuse to want to be someone, or somewhere else. His mother's death as a result of being hounded by paparazzi. Take the photographers away from his life and he believed he could live in anonymous rural peace. Trouble is, I think that's as far as his thought processes went. I don't believe he ever considered what it would be like if you had to buy a house, have a mortgage, get a job you may not like all that much, but since you have to pay the bills, you have no choice. In fact, most of us would like to change certain aspects of our lives, and if you love your job, that's a huge added bonus most of us can't imagine. Harry, who has never lived in that world, saw us all through rose-tinted glasses, living anonymous lives, unaffected by the media and all that is transmitted therein. He never thought about the realities of life away from the royal family because it was a life he had never known. When things were bad, when he felt down, I can imagine him dreaming of a normal life and, as he dreamt, the idea became more and more attractive. But, on his own, it was not something he would have actually done. Along comes Meghan, acting the part of passion and a life in the royal family. She even says in the engagement interview that the royal family had been so welcoming. She forgot that one quickly, didn't she? But once the ring was on her finger, Harry was easy prey. He bought into her idea of a life away from the royal family, all glitz and glitter, red carpets and a social whirl. While that may not have been his ideal, it was the breakaway he had always dreamt of, a life away from the media with his wife and son. I doubt he thought beyond that, how it would be without family and friends to call on, in a different country with no one to talk to apart from Meghan, her mother and staff. And with no one to confide in at all. So here he is. Paparazzi camped around Montecito and Santa Barbara waiting for the photo opportunities, drones and helicopters overhead. Their presence has upset the neighbors, who now have tourists visiting the towns in droves hoping to get a glimpse of them, and this won't stop. The more they hide away, the more value each and every photo of them will have. It looks as if they may become prisoners in their own home, unable to wander along the beach or sit in a restaurant undisturbed. Go to the country club, the Paps will be waiting for their car. The quiet life Harry said he wanted is no longer possible. By their own actions, they have ensured interest in their daily lives is becoming almost the same as in Diana's, the difference being Diana usually came out and faced the cameras. By hiding away, the pair of them are making matters worse. Appear regularly, perhaps weekly to begin with and then more and more often, give the photographers, freely, what they want and, eventually, the profit to each man with a camera will diminish. Hide, and the value goes up daily. Meghan doesn't care, it makes it more worthwhile to have their own cameraman to take the pictures as she can then control what is shown, and make much needed money from each and every picture that appears in a newspaper or magazine. For Harry? Well, through their own actions, it is history repeating itself. And all self-inflicted, no one to blame for any of it except themselves. And that's how it should be. They treated the RF with a disdain that is hard to understand, and now they are paying the price of doing freedom their way. Security they may have, carrying with it a huge financial burden, but privacy? No way, not ever anymore. Tantalize the media and they will only beg for more. Their appetite is insatiable. In behaving as they are antagonizing the neighbors, alienating their friends, and soon there may be nothing left. Riven Rock may become a luxurious prison. And poor Archie? Anyone's guess, but it is worth remembering that William or Kate take their children to school every morning and collect them at night. Apart from a photo at the start of each term, who knows? Had Harry stayed in the UK, the same would have been true. His search for freedom seems to have spawned a nightmare from which there is no return. Save, of course, by him returning to the UK and a return to life in the RF. Did you enjoy this video? If yes, please like and share with your friends and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates.